Wow, the Miami Heat really pulled it off. From a play-in team with absolutely no aspirations of making it past the first round, to now being the Eastern Conference champions, pulling off one of the most impressive playoff runs in NBA history. The Miami Heat just became the second team ever to make it to the NBA Finals as a 8 seed, the first being the New York Knicks in 1999, over 23 years ago. Nothing came easy for the Heat in these playoffs, battling through a lot of the rotation being out due to injury. This series against Boston was one of the most entertaining, exciting series I've seen in a while. Every single game was unpredictable. Seeing these two rival teams win 3 straight games against each other in the same series is absolutely unheard of in the NBA. And even though the Heat made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, absolutely nobody expected to see this team back, based on the fact that they went from the best record in the East to barely making the playoffs. After everybody wrote the Heat off after their poor, low-scoring, injury-riddled regular season, Jimmy Butler put this team on his back. After watching this Celtics core for a few years now, it has been easy to see the inconsistencies of this group. The Celtics went down 3-0 because of their star players' lackluster performances. Jason Tatum going from scoring 51 points in a Game 7 to barely contributing to his team on offense. The Boston Celtics, at their best, in my opinion, are the best team in the NBA. But their star players shining away from big moments have cost them a lot of chances to be a championship team. The Heat were perfectly able to expose these flaws in the first 3 games of the series, and everybody wrote this series off as an easy Heat victory. But Jason Tatum and the Celtics finally remembered how to play winning basketball, and they pushed the series to 7 games. Game 6 of this series was a fun but controversial one. This was Jimmy Butler's worst performance in this series, shooting 5 of 21 from the field in a game where the Heat desperately needed him to step up. Jimmy missed easy shot after easy shot, and it really seemed like the playoff Jimmy we had seen all playoffs had disappeared. Despite Jimmy's bad performance, the Heat were able to keep things very competitive. A lot of people gave Duncan Robinson hate for the clutch threes he missed in the fourth quarter, which, to be fair, with that good of a look, a shooter like Duncan Robinson should be knocking those down with ease. If he didn't make as many shots as he made in Game 6, it could have been an easy Celtics victory. Regardless, this game came down to the wire, with Jimmy Butler getting fouled and granted 3 free throws due to a bad Al Horford foul. Jimmy hit them all, and the Celtics had 3 seconds to save them their series. I seriously do not know what the Celtics' game plan was with this final shot, but Marcus Smart ended up shooting a faded contested 3 to save their series, which ended up rattling out. But then Michael Jordan's real son, Derek White, swooped in out of nowhere like a Randy Orton RKO and put up a layup with 0.1 seconds left on the clock to save their season. Most people watching, including me, didn't even realize that the Celtics got this shot off, but after watching the review, he got it off clean with 0.1 seconds left. The Celtics winning Game 6 prepared us all for one of the most hyped games in a while. This Game 7 meant so much to both teams, and it was all up to this one game. Everything the Celtics put into this comeback came down to this one moment where they could be the first team in history to ever come back from a 3-0 deficit, and the Heat blew them out. The Celtics did get unlucky in the fact that Jason Tatum sprained his ankle in the first possession of the game, and you could see him visibly grimacing and hopping on the ankle all game. But people also have to remember that one of the Heat's highest scorers in Tyler Hero, as well as one of their best rotation players, Victor Oladipo, were injured all series, so neither team was fully healthy. The 2 star players of each team were 2 players you would not have expected: Derek White and Caleb Martin. Derek White was feeling himself after that Game 6 buzzer beater, and at a point in time, the entire Celtics offense was going directly through Derek White. Caleb Martin had been playing like a prime 2K My Team Hito Turkoglu this entire playoffs, and he showed that off in Game 7, dropping almost 30 points, and a lot of people saying Caleb Martin should have won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Although Jimmy did deserve to win it, Caleb Martin had a good case, and I'm excited to see where his career goes from this point. The Heat will now match up against the Denver Nuggets in the finals, and although it's not the Celtics vs Lakers finals we all wanted, this is going to be some great basketball from both sides. No matter what happens, Jimmy Butler's 2023 playoff run will go down as one of the best in league history. And after this season, it'll be time to start having some real conversations about Jimmy Butler's place in all-time rankings. It'll be difficult to rank him, considering where do you rank a guy that doesn't stand out as one of the best regular season players at all, but in the playoffs is able to turn on a switch and be one of the best players in the league. Just a few years ago, people were referring to Jimmy Butler as a team cancer on the Minnesota Timberwolves. People were seriously making the argument that Jimmy Butler damages teams and should be at fault for losing these games and being too harsh. A few years later, we can all see the Miami Heat is a perfect fit for Jimmy, and the whole time all he wanted to do was win. Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out. Comment below who you got winning this year's championship. I got the Denver Nuggets in 6 games, but I would like to see Jimmy Butler get his first ring. But with that being said, I'm out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.